Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. On this channel, I upload my past recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Having a look here. To Elite Path, probably. Unless I want to take the Super Elite first. And decided to take a boss swap there because the other options weren't looking so hot other than Transform, which is, it could also be good, but a little bit less exciting than boss swapping. And I haven't boss swapped on Defect in quite a long time, so I decided to give it a try. I normally don't because I really like having the Lightning Orb, so dual cast works and all that. But I understand that it can be very good on the Defect anyway. So I give it a try, and we find a Cursed Key, which will add a curse to our deck whenever we open a chest. And take a self-repair, of course. Very good card. And immediately offered to trade the self-repair away, but of course 50 gold is really a good deal for Relic, and we get a Duvu Doll, giving us 1 strength for each curse in our deck, which sounds like a great synergy with Cursed Key, but especially as the Defect, where you're not really caring about strength as much to win, but even in general, adding curses to your deck is still not worth it despite getting 1 extra strength per curse. And here I take a leap over double energy. It's still very early, the double energy is not doing a lot for me yet, and leap is very, very solid early block. Didn't mean to spoil it, I did not realize it was going to take this long. Leap already cooking, blocked for 2. Leap doubters, where are you? And I am generally someone who is a bit... I just had a discussion with someone on one of my videos, or in my comments, regarding taking curses with Cursed Key. Shout out to that person. And yeah, I am generally averse to taking curses. I feel that even getting the relic is just simply not worth getting the curse a lot of the time. It's very scary. But in this run, I believe I click the first chest kind of like by accident. And sadly, the looter's running away on turn 3 here. That's, you know, 50-50, I think. Could have hit me again, and I would have kept my muns. But instead, he has taken my funds. Mugged ... And Streamline and Sweeping Beam are pretty reasonable when you have 4 energy. But I take Sweeping Beam instead, it will scale better because it draws a card. And upgrade it as well. Question mark is another fight. So we're getting some pretty tough, hard hallways here, generally speaking. We do have the 4th energy, which makes us much stronger than normal at this point. And I'll get out of this health, or at this fight with 69 health. Very nice. Cool-headed is here. Barrage is also here, but uncomfortable with my ability to make enough orbs so far. And cool-headed is very good as well. And we get another upgrade potion. Blessing of the Forge. And so I see here that I have 3 defends in my hand and a self-repair. And so I just upgrade the defense. If you have 1 Frost Orb, and you're going through the turns where you have dazes and you're drawing like 1 defend a turn-ish, then having the upgrade defense can be the difference between taking 0 damage and 3 damage, which can be pretty important if you have to play a bunch of turns. Going pretty well so far. Just trying to line up a kill on one where I can kill it on the turns hitting me. Accidentally passing with 1 energy there. Could have taken 1 there for no reason, but got lucky with the Lightning Orb. A pretty good fight. And I snap pick a tiny chest, wasn't thinking at all. It's actually a huge mistake. You do not want a tiny chest when you have a cursed key. I have said this several times in my past runs. And I take a Doom and Gloom over a Core Surge. I stand by this decision. Dark Orb very good early. AoE damage very good early. I have 4 energy. And I just clicked the chest without thinking, and I obviously was not happy about that. But I got an Akabeko, which is pretty good with Sleeping Beam and Doom and Gloom. And yeah, there is a shop coming up, so I definitely want to remove that. Got a Pain as well. Pain is scary. Could have dual casted the Frost Rub there. I'm not sure why I didn't. Took 2 for no reason. Take a capacitor a little bit early. Kind of playing really fast here. I move a Pain. But I can't really fill those orb slots yet, so it's actually not at its best quite yet. I didn't even really pay attention to what the other options were. But of course, it will be better and better as the run continues here. And oof, very disgusting hand here. And I consider playing Capacitor, because of course, but then I realized that it's actually bad in this situation because I need to be able to evoke this Dark Orb. Probably, or maybe. And so, having too many orb slots equals can't put the Dark Orb at the front, equals can't evoke the orb. Very spooky. Do have Block Pod as well. With a much worse draw there, it could have mattered. Yeah, get Slime Gang, but I draw Doom and Gloom with Akabeko. Goodbye. Compile Drivers here. Really good draw. One of them cards you can just take and take and take as the Defect. Potential to draw 4 cards and do damage. Realistically 2 though, and sometimes 3. Not splitting here, so I block pot. It was close. It was a one-off. But it would be a bad split, of course, to exactly split anyway. Play Sleeping Beam. Like right here, if I didn't have Capacitor in play, I could have made 2 orbs and then dual casted the Dark Orb for 24. So, and I also don't know why I didn't just play a Strike there. That was bad. So, oof. Now it's a lot of health on these smaller slimes. I don't know why I missed playing Slime there. I'm playing too fast. Past me is playing very fast and making mistakes for it. So I need to hit a Lightning Orb on this right one here. I could have actually played 1 less defend, I think. Gone to 1, I believe. And then I would have always split with the Strike. So that's perhaps a mistake as well. Slime Boss just mind controls me every time I play against this fight. It's like I'm strong enough or I'm not. But we got there. Definitely a little bit questionable, but we made it through. And there's a Seek. Seek is excellent card. And already have a 4th energy, so these cards that are these relics that make my deck better are really good. Astrolabe and P-Box. But since I removed a Pain, I still have all these basics in my deck, so P-Box looks exceptionally good here. And we get 2 more copies of Self-Repair, 2 buffers, Biased Cog, and we even hit double energy Meteor Strike, so I can actually play it. And a White Noise is there. Generally speaking, the cards that add like a random skill, attack, power, respectively, are not very exciting. White Noise is the best of those 3, to be fair, though. But yeah, the randomness is always a bit tough, but definitely still better than a Strike or Defend, I would say. So feeling very strong now. This might be the strongest deck I've ever had at the start of Act 2. Just straight up. 4 energy with an insane P-Box is just, my god. What are we even doing here? And so now I have 2 Plasma Orbs, which will evoke if I make more orbs, so I can take like a Cool Head Plus here. Draw more cards, make more energy. And Doom and Gloom to do it again. White Noise takes another buffer. Oh, we buffing. Put self-repair in play because I can. Probably should have played Zap. I knew I had another self-repair coming up. Or I should have. But wasn't quite getting a feel for the deck yet. I am blocking for enough. I put the Dark Orb in front, preparing to just evoke it next turn somehow and win. We made it out with full health, of course. Defrag is here. Turbo is also quite good here to make Meteor Strike more playable. And here, 1 point for Turbo, for sure. Let's keep track. How many times would I rather the defrag be Turbo in this run? It's an interesting question. I forgot about my relics again, by the way. Apologies. I even started this recording over but I was playing so fast I just couldn't even think about it at the time. So we did take Akabeko from the treasure, got a curse for it, which makes us do 8 extra damage with our first attack. And we also got Centennial Puzzle. Whenever we take damage for the first time in combat, we get 3 cards in our hand. We draw 3 cards, rather. Alright, block pot. Actually overblocking for a little bit there. Could have not done that. I also have self-repairs in play. Not like that important to not take damage here. So definitely, I would say a mistake to use that block pot there. And the puzzle procs. Should have played double energy before playing that. I was playing too fast again. And Chaos Plus is there. I don't know why it's upgraded, but it is. And there's Echo Form in the shop. I'm sure I take that. But Chaos Plus with this capacitor, we just want to make more orbs desperately. And we can perhaps even make Plasma Orbs with the Chaos, which can help us play Meteor Strike, which can make more Plasma Orbs. And we get a card move. Of course, the Strikes and Defends upgrades, not doing anything for us here. And here's a tough question. What is the worst card in this deck? I was considering getting rid of one of the self-repairs. 3 is a lot. They don't actually do anything. And if you are overhealing every fight, then it might just be a slimed, basically. But it's a power, and it looks cute with my beta art on. So instead, I remove Leap. You served us well, Leap, and normally would have made it much farther. I can Meteor Strike in with the Seek, I can draw more cards. I can take Chaos. I do take Chaos, wow. Oh, and yeah, because I have Compile Driver. That makes sense. Hello World is here. I might not even play it, I do. It's a bit awkward there. Despite having a rather insane looking turn, I took some damage there. But we have so much self-repair. And I see I can get out of this turn. So just play a couple self-repairs and dual cast. And we are out. And Aggregates here. Another way to gain energy for my Meteor Strike. I am very interested in playing this Meteor Strike. And we need to start adding cards to our deck to make sure we have enough cards for Aggregate to do the thing. We have so many powers that eventually, a second draw through our deck might not have so many cards in it. And I upgrade Defrag over an Elite there. I'm really valuing the Defrag upgrade. And some good cards here. Algorithm's pickable, Aggregates is pickable, but that is a skim. And we are already making so much energy and whatnot that getting that huge draw will be very nice. tough question. Do we play the biased cog here? Doesn't seem necessary. Oh, I have Echo Form now. My god, this deck's insane. And the really crazy thing about this is, like, there have been a lot of runs I've played as Defect, and I'm sure many of you can relate, where it feels like you're high rolling. You have, like, 2 copies of Defrag Plus and a biased cog and, like, orb generators, and you're feeling pretty good. But you still lose somehow, and it's important to understand that that's not all you need for the deck to be good. You need acceleration, card draw, energy gain to actually put those cards in play without taking damage. Because it doesn't matter how strong your deck can theoretically scale to, if you're taking 20 damage on turn 1 every fight, then you're just going to die. And this deck happens to have so much scaling and draw that it's just good. And the self-repairs make it completely trivial. It doesn't matter if we take damage even, because we just play self-repair 3 times. And now we have Echo Form, so we could potentially play 14, 28, 48 healing worth of self-repair in theory. And it is just so insane. Truly the most disgusting run I've ever had, probably, right here. I still have some close calls. Stay tuned to find out how. You might have a feeling already. I'm taking quite a bit here. I don't know why this guy's hitting me. Oh, there's super elite slavers here, so they're all strength, I see. I was like, those are hitting me for more than they should be. But I'm not vulnerable. Considering not playing that. Look at how many, like, imagine a mummified hand here, by the way. Holy wet dream, this mummified hand. That is actually 7 powers and a Doom and Gloom. It's like, do I play the Echo Form is the question I'm asking myself here. I do. And I should probably just rip the, like, both potions, probably. I'm getting a little bit greedy here, I would say. I might just kill with the lightning orbs by accident before I can play my repairs. There we go, though. And yeah, now I'm already healing for 34. Like, I'm basically full health. I can just get out. Yep. And Gambling Chip is here. We can discard any number of cards in our starting hand and draw that many. Insane relic. And yet again, my tiny chest is going off here. I'm skipping relics. I think I didn't even realize I had it till right now. So yeah, at this point and this is the thing also, if you're thinking about, do I take Curse with my Cursed Key? Is, like, if you need a really good relic to win, then you can go for the high roll from the chest and take the L from the Curse, but, like, there is no need to risk finding normality here or whatever, because we're already, like, nearly 100% to win, if not 100% to win without blundering. So, like, why would I risk putting a really bad Curse into my deck at this point, right? I don't need any more relics. I don't need anything. Just don't do that. Simply a bad idea. If I reshuffle so I can play Aggregates, which I'm not even sure is enough. Nope. Very sad. So I want to upgrade the Aggregate eventually. That'd be good. And I want this Sweeping Beam in my draw pile still. Play Chaos. Yep. Sweeping Beam duplicated would be good, but I don't even need it. Just make this more self-repair. I'm feeling so confident that I don't even care. Ouch! So, getting possibly a little bit punished here for my hubris. But I could compile driver on the Mad Gremlin, draw 6 cards because of Echo Form, and kill it, and then perhaps draw like a dual cast to get out. Yep. And then I can just go self-repair, and it just dies to Lightning Orb so I can get out. And I'm full health. So, looked bad, but it's fine. 4th self-repair is being offered to me. And we find Ink Bottle. Every 10th card we play, we will draw a card. A fun relic. Makes you think, have to put it on the right number at the end of each fight, etc. If you're really thinking. I probably don't care about that this run, though. Just, and when you have these sort of cards like Feed or Self-Repair or Lesson Learned, it's more important to do those things and then get out than it is to put Ink Bottle on 9 a lot of the time. I'm seeking for aggregates, makes sense. Oh, look at this turn. Oh, didn't draw good cards though. If I had drawn more draw, that would have been really insane. Considering not playing Capacitor. Didn't play Bias Cog. I disagree with that decision in hindsight. Although it did let me draw cards with Centennial Puzzle. Perhaps that's what I was going for. And trying to be careful to not draw this Echo Form at the wrong time. Or not. I would have been anyway. I mean, it's not that important in this fight. Ouch! Explosive Pot to kill the bird. Echo Form. And yeah, we can chill now pretty much. Put our Echo, self-repairs in play. I'm saving the other one. I would have healed to full health if I just used it. Very foolish. It's like the right idea to keep the Echo Form or the self-repair around for when you have the Echo Form, but unnecessary here. I'm just gonna get out soon. Yeah, this is a bit silly. Basically immortal already. There's also still 2 of them in there. Okay, got out. And skip those cards. We're being pretty picky now, our deck's really good. Seek for... Ooh, there's aggregate. I can seek for double energy. And then go... I have Sweeping Beam, Skim, Cool-Headed Plus all in my hand right now, so double energy seems really good. I choose not to do it for some reason. I'm just trying to see what I find, I suppose, first. There we go. Did it a little bit late, but got there eventually. Should have 8 energy instead. Heat sinks. A bit of foreshadowing with the heat sinks there. Mummified hand would be... This would be the most insane mummified hand, actually, that I've had in my life. Stay tuned to see if I find that relic or not. Pretty good evokes there. Now I just want to play my self-repairs. This guy's not too scary. Okay, I just got out there. Reasonable. And Amplify is here. So normally Amplify is like not very good. I actually didn't take it here, but I obviously for a moment thought that I was going to take it, so spoiler, I do eventually click Amplify at some point. And yeah, the Echo Form is usually enough to just copy each of your powers. But in this case, I'm drawing so many cards, and I may be Echo Farming on like draw or energy gain instead, that I would like to draw into the power and then amplify whatever power I want. So amplify in this deck is unusually extremely good. It's just the fact that amplify can usually be very tough to draw alongside the power you want and play them together. But not in this deck. This deck's insane. And I choose to evoke the Plasma before playing Capacitor. Like, we got Echo Form in play and did all of this. Holy moly. And it's making more dudes. If you leave one of the dudes alive in this fight, it won't make another dude, like a third dude. So you want to leave it alive if it's on low health, because otherwise you would basically just be restoring it to full health. Actually drawing 4 cards with Compile Driver. That's disgusting. Skim plus, and it does damage. And so if we can just play Meteor Strike, and I don't think I'm fully appreciating how good Meteor Strike is at this point yet, but if we just play the Meteor Strike once, then we can just chain Cool Headeds, play all of our cards, and keep drawing and drawing and drawing and play more Meteor Strikes. It's making more minions again. I'm considering what to do to set up for the next turn. Could just play a buffer. Could put Bias Cog in play. I just pass. I have Ink Bottle on 9. So I see I have Aggregate coming up. So I would like to proc the Ink Bottle right now and then play Aggregate after reshuffling to actually gain energy and then do stuff. And it will proc or evoke a Plasma Orb there, which is very good. And then Buffer Charge will work. Minion's not doing enough damage. Very nice. And then also when we play Meteor Strike, our next turn is so insane because we start with so much energy. Holy moly. Make more Orbs with Chaos. This Chaos is also the best Chaos I've ever had for sure. Chaos normally a little bit too random. You can usually just get away with taking the consistent Glacier or whatever. But here, boy, is it good. And it was upgraded when I found it. That's the really important thing. If you're on lower Ascension, I believe it's Ascension 12 where the upgrades happen less often. You may stumble across upgraded Chaos more often and get to pick it, but unupgraded Chaos is really unexciting compared to upgraded Chaos. Taking a lot of minions. Weirdly difficult collector fight, given how strong we are. Yet again, I can block the minion and lose a buffer charge. 3 buffer charges. Need to draw a card. Still won't be able to play Sweep Meme, I don't think. Or Meteor Strike, rather. So we need more cards in our deck that are real cards, as they're called, that don't get exhausted or otherwise leave your deck in order for Aggregate to shine. And finally play Bias Cog comfortably. And I'm not even thinking about Zap here, but Zap would just end the fight pretty much. We did it. And Ink Bottle's on 9. Perfect. And Amplifies here with another Seek, though. Not yet. Not yet. Seek too good. And Fission also would have been better than Amplify. And here we go. Inserter is here. We have 4 energy, no basics. and an insane deck. And Inserter will make orb slots for us. Wow. Inserter usually very slow, but if you don't care about it being slow, then boy is it insane. And I think the card that you're looking for when you find Inserter is Consume. Moving one orb slot for some focus. That is really good when you make unlimited orb slots. And I realize I have Tiny Chest with Curse Key, and I am choosing to avoid all question marks at all costs. As long as I don't take 3, I can take 2, and that's fine. Decent turn 1. Put Echo Form, Buffer, Defrag Plus into play, played a Meteor Strike. Thinking about what to seek for, if anything. Doubled the white noise, very cool. White noise is fun, I really like it, but I understand it's like not amazing, generally speaking. I could have just passed twice, I think. Had a Ink Bottle on 9. And enough focus. And Glacier's here. Aggregate's also there, but Glacier's here. Boy, is Glacier good. As if we needed any more help. I'm not being attacked at all. I could just play Meteor Strike and pass. But I put all my powers in play instead. Aggregate, yep. So the first time through your deck, if you find the aggregate early, it'll be really insane. But then if you cleared out all your powers, it becomes less good. And this is a lot of damage. Getting triple buff on turn 1 against targets is actually horrifying, because then they may like multi-attack you the next turn for 1 billion damage. But should be fine, can scale enough, and then self-repair will save us. Dude, all cooking. Exactly 25 damage there. Checking for self-repairs. They don't go in there though. There we go. So yeah, I have played all of them. I played 2 of them without Echo Form, and then the upgraded one with Echo Form for a total of 34. And Heat Sinks is here. Boy, is that insane. Can't upgrade it though anytime soon. I'm looking for campfires there. But if I could upgrade this Heat Sinks, holy moly. Once again, ripping the double energy Meteor Strike combo off the back of Gambling Chip. Give myself a headache. I apologize if that's like as jarring as it is to me. I'd be scrolling very fast, it seems. Eight noise, there's biased cog. It's okay. In fights like this, you can let go of the Echo Form. It's not a big deal. Could have just played the self-repair and then would have drawn a card and then skim to reshuffle. But I wanted to reshuffle in order to play aggregate, of course. Just slowly moving the Dark Orb to the front so I can kill it. Easy peasy. Should have charging bottle more there. Doesn't matter though. And Turbo's here. Definitely click on that. Turbo's real good. Play Meteor Strike more often. Pump powers in play. Heat Sink's also drawing a billion cards. It's just like, this is one of those runs where it's like I just found the right things in the right order, and it was never hard to make any of the decisions really. It's like I already had the Insane deck, and then I found the Echo Form. Echo Form can be a bit slow, but you found it just at the right time. Awkward Transient here. Our deck is certainly not doing a lot of damage on turns 1 and 2. Usually just put powers in play. Transient definitely asks you to do damage. But we have buffers instead. We put Echo Form in play. Buffer Glacier. The setup for, I guess, the defrag. It's actually very awkward. I'm not sure how past me deals with this. Not too bad. And I evoke the orbs yet again. More output there. And now we're fine. Play double Chaos or double Glacier or double Biased Cog or double Self Repair. It's all so good. How do you even decide? We don't need the Self Repair unless we take more damage. Interested in reshuffling here to play Aggregate yet again. One more card to Compile Driver. Forgot about Heat Sinks for a moment. Got there though. I could definitely play Bias Cog. Yeah. Seems good. And so now, I mean, I guess it's been true since we got it, but clearly if we could trade the Doom and Gloom for the Core Surge we didn't take earlier, that would be better here. But Doom and Gloom was better at the time. I stand by the decision. We got turn 1 Maw, doing just the debuff here, and I have Echo Form in my hand, so I just keep. No need to possibly draw into cards that I might want. Double buffer seems really good. This guy hit hard. Considering not playing the power because I might draw something that I want, I suppose. But yeah, you can see that I'm not really playing this Meteor Strike yet, which, I mean, it's fair enough. Our deck's doing so much powerful stuff without it, but eventually I realize how insane, basically it's pseudo-infinite once I start playing this Meteor Strike. And so, if the fight goes long enough and I have all my powers in play, then I start playing the Meteor Strike and just drawing 8 billion cards a turn. Meteor Strike is a very polarizing card. It's like you can either not even play it, or it's insane. And of course, if I draw it like for turn without playing another card yet, then it'll be getting doubled. And so I will pretty much always rip it if I have the energy for it, and it's my first card for the turn. Definitely, that's really insane. That would usually involve Chaos hitting a Plasma Orb, though. If that doesn't happen, I just wouldn't have the energy for it yet. There it is! Do I rip it? Yes, sir! And so this turn is going to be ludicrous, for what it's worth. A little bit of wasted potential on the Maw here, but I digress. It's like every card is the best I've ever seen it be in this deck. The best Compile Driver I've ever seen. Best Meteor Strike I've ever had. Another Skin Plus. Oh my goodness. Ooh. And Repto could be a bit scary, actually. For sure. Repto is very fast and makes a lot of minions. We need like the Doom and Gloom Sweeping Beam to deal with that. And yeah, if we get attacked for 100 on turn 2, we could die for sure. Repto actually hits you for 100 on turn 2. Is that not insane? Only if you can't kill any minions though, which is, you know, kind of your own fault, I suppose. Got there. An Echo Form is in play, so I can kill that one and draw a bunch of cards. So our deck is fast enough. This bodes very well for the Act 4 Elite, because that fight can actually just kill you. Extremely deadly turn 2 and 3. But Centennial Puzzle is really at its best in that fight, where it makes the burn turn less bad. Pretty good looking draw pile there. And see, I think it's coming together for past me. I'm like, okay, if I can play Meteor Strike, then just do it, and then the Plasma Orbs will be really insane next turn, and then you can just kind of keep doing that. That first Meteor Strike play will be huge, as of the rest of the fight. Aggregate is not cooking. Aggregate Plus is not cooking. What's the deal? If I just reshuffled there, I should have not play Turbo before reshuffling. It gives you the days, or the void rather. And I find a Blood Vial, giving us 2 health at the start of each combat. Not very good. Also, I didn't mention Smiling Mask, apparently. I don't even know when I found that. But 50 gold for card removes in shops, of course. And there's the Amplify that I was talking about. So now we can draw a billion cards a turn and play powers twice if we want. And there is a Clockwork Souvenir for our... I considered Sundial, actually, because boy am I reshuffling a lot and drawing a billion cards. And like, do I even need the focus? I don't even know. Whatever. But yeah, Clockwork Souvenir is Clockwork Souvenir. I have a biased cog, so definitely taking that. And then what do I even remove? I think I removed Zap. No need for that anymore. Dual cast at least could make 4/3 energy, technically, by evoking a Plasma Orb or evoke a Dark Orb twice. But the Zap is just Zap. It's not doing a lot here, and we have no basics. Oh, I do Cold Snap after all. I think I removed Zap at the Act 4 shop then. I believe that goes at some point. But Cold Snap, fair enough. It was probably correct to remove Zap there as well. So, mistake? With a question mark. Looking for... I see. Pile Driver after Chaos. Could make a bunch of the same orb, which would be unfortunate, but... in that case, I got lucky a little bit. There's Amplify. The problem with Amplify is once we've played every power in our deck, it doesn't do anything. It's just a slimed. It doesn't go away. Which is what makes Burst better than Amplify, I suppose. Aggregates cooking, thank God. Full blocking already. Could do whatever I feel like here. Get rid of these self-repairs, perhaps. And White Noise gave me a defrag, regular defrag, so I double it. And I pass because of Ink Bottle. I actually remember this time. I can just play one more attack and get out. And even with Echo Form, if the enemy dies before the second one can go off, he won't play the second card. So that's good. And I find the Consume as well. As if we needed any more help. And I have to take this, sadly. But I know there's another shop coming up here. I have to skip an elite, but I'll remove the curse. Upgrade a card. Heat sinks or consume. Consume is better than heat sinks, sadly. I just found the consume and it's taking the place. Defrag is here again. And I have Smiling Mask. And I'm thinking, do I even click it? I'm not upgrading it. I need the red key. So like, is it actually even good to click on? But I have like, then I have Amplify. I have heat sinks. Fine, I take it. And also, we're not fighting Wokebird in theory. In theory, 50-50 chance. So yeah, you'll see that I sometimes play cards before double energy, despite the fact that that means I get less energy from double energy. But really, it's just because I am not sure I even want to play it. So if I had drawn into like Meteor Strike Turbo there, then would have happily Turbo dual cast Meteor Strike or whatever. But if you don't hit anything good off the card draw, then there's no point in wasting the huge Accelerator card. Might as well just save it for later. I believe I made 22 energy in one turn earlier. against them all, so that just shows what can happen if I keep it around. I get to amplify the capacitor with a consume in my hands. This giant head is in so much peril. The most peril. And I don't even care about taking damage, apparently. Amplify heat sinks? Or a buffer? Oh, yeah, amplify heat sinks, then keep playing cards. Oh, man. It's happening. Nope, self-repair. I didn't even play heat sinks first. I think I didn't see it or something. So disappointing. Consume is back. Yet another case of me just not seeing a card in my hand. I am famous for such behavior. And yeah, poor giant head, man. The devs really only gave him 5 turns of doing nothing. Or 4 turns, I suppose. Draw 4 cards. It's insane. Amplify Bias Cog. It's dead. Could have played more cards for Ink Bottle yet again. And we find a Preserved Insect. Enemies have 25%, or elite enemies have 25% less health. A little bit late, unfortunately. We have killed all the elites. It'll be nice against Act 4 elite, I suppose, but not what we were looking for, to be sure. And we keyed a Pantograph, which is actually very sad. It's nice to have the insurance, I guess, against the Act 4 Elite and Woke Bird. Although we're not going into Woke Bird first, so wouldn't have been too significant here. Basically only for the Act 4 Elite. So actually it was a fine key. Never mind. I take it back. It's just one of those relics that I look at and I think highly of. You have to assess the actual situation that you're in. Double Glacier. We're now at Immortal. Full health, healing for 31 at the end of this fight. Or 24 right now, but I had another self-repair in my hand. Another Glacier? I consider skipping it for sure. It's like, do I need more Frost Orbs? But it's like, I have 2 Cool-Headed and a Glacier, and then Chaos often makes Cold Orbs, Frost Orbs. But Glacier is just Glacier. It's really good. It's also upgraded, not that that matters. The difference between 10 and 7 block is not a lot when you're making 300 block per turn. And falling is here. Interesting decision, Doom and Gloom for self-repair. I actually don't remember what I click. I think self-repair is the right click. But notably self-repair is not a real card, so it goes away. And I did mention I actually want more real cards because of aggregate, but it could also get in the way of skims and all of that. So this could go either way. I do get rid of Doom and Gloom. On a different day, I would have chosen the self-repair instead. And also, self-repair notably worse against Woke Bird, which we could be facing and is pretty much the only way to lose at this run, which, like, looking back in hindsight now, I think you can say that Doom and Gloom was right to keep there just because of that. Self-repair is doing nothing against Woke Bird and it gives it 2 strength, which is really bad. Whereas Doom and Gloom actually makes a Dark Orb reliably, and it even hits the cultists. So I would say, in hindsight, very, very easily should have removed the self-repair instead. Committing to the bit of having every self-repair in my deck. Sadly didn't have Amplify in my hand there for the Echo Form. I don't think I hit Amplify Echo Form a single time. That's fine. Just playing the self-repairs to get them out. And I love that hand that's coming up. Gonna be doubling Defrag or Capacitor. Oh, I just draw anyway. Next turn, always doubling Capacitor will be very nice. And Amplify not doing anything there either. Because then Amplify would have been doubled by Echo Form, of course. And we're 1 Glacier away from being immortal this fight. We already are pretty much, but I digress. Chaos, yeah. Another buffer. Another buffer. So eventually, I played all of our powers and then Meteor Strike and whatnot. And yeah, it makes it pretty reliable to draw the Turbo and the Meteor Strike together eventually. Once we've thinned our deck. I know you're in there, Meteor Strike. I don't play it? I think I was considering just doing the Dark Orb thing for a while and then I, like, get bored. Yeah, immediately I get bored. I could have just sat there and let Dark Orb charge with the Frost Orbs in play. But who has time for that? Should have played Zap instead of that. Should have probably played Chaos. But at this point, all I'm doing is nitpicking decisions that don't matter. Calipers would be good here, by the way. These things have so much block. Who made these guys? And now you're seeing the awkwardness of Amplify. It's actually just clogging my hand now. Like, was it even good? I don't know. Fights usually don't go this long though. Meaningfully, anyway. Getting there eventually. $270 block, by the way. Just playing cards. My passing was just clicking cards. Not a single brain cell was being used here. Maybe one brain cell. Guilty as charged. Meteor Strike. Ink Battle's on 9. Should have thought about that a little bit, perhaps, because I could use the card draw against Smokebird, and it is Smokebird. Strap in. This is not the best deck to be fighting this boss, that's for sure. Could definitely skill pot in this fight also. I just pass. I need Echo Form, yep. Fair enough. Can play Bias Cog. I have an artifact charge, please notice. Oh no. Oh no. Is this what I did? I'm getting mind controlled by this boss right now. Oh no, dude. Okay, so I didn't remember I had Clockwork Souvenirs, and I just didn't play Bias Cog there. Ooh, and I thought I played Heat Sinks. Here's the huge mistake right here. I thought I played Heat Sinks there, and I didn't. And then I thought I was going to draw cards, then I didn't. So I thought I was just dead right there, and I started freaking out. And now I remember to play that. So, woof. Yeah, I thought I was just dead when I did that. Down to 17. I could play Swing Beam. Avert your eyes. Okay, get one more turn of not getting multi-hit. Very nice. Consume, and yeah, want to play Consume as often as possible because it's making energy or a focus without giving Wokebird strength. Very nice. And 0 block Frost Orbs, except for 1. Got to make some more of those. Dual cast and then cool-headed, or just cool-headed first? Okay, so I think we're good now already. But I think Past Me was really panicking here, so forgive any questionable decisions from this point on. Because I really didn't want to lose this run. I was like a little bit tilted even. I was like, there's no way I should ever lose this run, even against Wokebird. So the fact that I almost just threw it right there was rather rattling. Boo! Did I rattle ya? And considering what powers to put in play, every single one is 8 more damage on the multi-hit turn. But there's so many of them in my deck that it's like, if I don't play them, then they're just going to be there forever, you know? Eventually, I'm making so much block, it doesn't matter how much strength I give it. Certified calipers would be good here moment. And now I have so much focus here that orb slots are more valuable than focus. So probably won't be consuming until I'm near max again. And yeah, I'm still playing very afraid here. I could have just played Meteor Strike there and started doing the thing again. And I certainly could just play all of my powers and it wouldn't matter also at this point. But yet again, just being really, really cautious. Like, white noise is still there, self-repairs, buffer. Another buffer. How do I kill it? I have to play the zap eventually. Chaos. I realize chaos is my way. So here I'm technically like damage positive, doing 11 a turn with the regen. Could just sit here forever. There we go, that's more damage. Now I have this Dark Orb cooking, so getting there. Gaining 29 damage a turn, that's pretty good. And now I have full Frost Orb, gaining, how much log is that? 200 a turn? And Dark Orb cooking, I can just sit here until I draw Dual Cast. Zap kills also, right now. And consume again. And consume was getting rid of the back orb, so I didn't mind getting rid of a lightning there. And now I can play every power without thinking about it. Could have anyway, probably, but you certainly don't want to throw a run like this, right? Hello World is trash. Very sad. Could have amplified any of those self-repairs instead of playing white noise. But we are healing going into Act 4, of course, so not a big deal. And now we simply have to wait for this boss to die. This fight, in my head at the time, was taking way longer than it actually is. It felt like an eternity that I was in this fight. But I have a Dark Orb here, so I'm sure I just chill again. Could have played Dual Cast there. And I make sure to do the double on that first so I don't proc the Dark Orb. It would have killed, actually, or would it have? I think it just gained that damage. Yeah. Anyway, Ink Bottle's on 9 as well. Very good. So we made it through the scariest Wokebird fight of my life, probably. Because I almost threw the run where I thought I had the heat sinks in play. But we did it. And now we win. Surely. Defrag is here. Heat sinks is still here. I might upgrade heat sinks over defrag. Defrag is just like a magnet for upgrades, but here I have consume inserter. The one focus from defrag actually doesn't matter at all. Can't afford a mirror, sadly. But I can card remove, of course, because of Smiling Mask. And then buy a potion if I want. Definitely not ruling any of the cards down there. It's going to be one of the ones at the top. Another self-repair is reasonable, but now that I have a Heatsinks Plus, just drawing 2 cards is better than Zap, probably, and getting it out of my deck. It is a little bit scary. I considered, like, I might need the damage from Zap if Chaos just whiffs on damage every time somehow, but I don't think that's a real thing we need to worry about. Didn't play Bias Cog, but Heatsinks is good too. And here's what I'm talking about Centennial Puzzle. Rather good. And I knew that I was going to be gaining so much energy this turn because of all the Plasma Orbs. So we'll have a good turn here. Past me was cooking with the Centennial Puzzle play, for sure. Not sure why I did that. I'm just trying to make space in my hand to draw a billion cards with Heatsinks. I have 3 stacks of Heatsinks. I guess I found one off of White Noise without noticing. Just play Glacier, yeah. I still have an artifact charge. Never mind. There's Bias Cog. Consume is good. Bias Cog good, even with no artifact charge. And don't need to play that, yep. Consume offsets the Bias Cog, sort of. I do have to find a way to kill these. Very rude. That was a focus minus debuff from the shield there. Very rude. Burn's giving me more mana, or energy with Aggregate, rather. Pretty good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of damage. I never noticed how often the windows with all the information pop up when you're just playing cards. Till right now somehow. Only took 3,000 hours or whatever. Now that I've noticed, I can't unsee it though. I apologize if you're the same. Back to making 250 block a turn. I can just pass here because it has 100 block, yeah. Play Meteor Strike first, to be sure. Don't care about Ink Bottle, apparently. And Vajra's here. Going all the way back to the start. We started with the Vajra and we end with the Vajra. 1 strength, of course. Keep 1 skim, possibly both skims. And I keep Glacier, I want to have some Frost Orbs. So I play Aggregate first, proc Centennial Puzzle, and then I could Glacier if I want to not take further damage. Get my Echo Form. And if Seek was upgraded at any point, I could have just gotten Amplify and Echo Form there. And I find Bias Cog, I get to play it with my Artifact Charge, that's really good. And Trash versus Buffer. Buffer is also kind of trash in this fight because Heat of Death is a thing. But there is potential for it to do a thing, for sure. And considering Consume versus Defrag, probably. But Orb Slot, good. And hoping for Big Attack here, didn't get it. So Buffer Charge not doing a lot here. I Skill Pots and I find Equilibrium, and that's very nice to block for us before playing cards. If we had just played cards, then we would have lost the Buffer Charge. And there is some chance that we block for enough full block this 45 hit. And we do indeed. And I even get to retain my hand. And there's definitely got to be a way. Yeah, Chaos plus evokes a Frost Orb before taking damage there. Very cool. So no matter what, we are good this turn, not taking any damage. Heatsinks, Amplify, Capacitor. What a turn. Looking pretty good. Sadly, didn't want the second instance of retaining my hand to happen there, actually. But could just Meteor Strike now. I double energy instead. And I do have Heatsinks in play, of course, so rather huge hand here. I should have doubled the double energy. That was a mistake. I would have had like 22 energy here. Play a billion cards. My first instinct was correct, and then I played the Meteor Strike instead. Still going though. Just play the Slimed, please. It's so ugly. Good Amplify timing right after playing Buffer. I don't know why I stopped, to be honest. Couldn't tell ya. Play Meteor Strike first, then Glacier probably. So my goal here is to always have some Frost Orbs kind of like ready to be evoked, while also having a bunch of Plasma as well. And then that way I'll always have an insane turn where I just evoke so many Frost Orbs that I can never take damage. And then eventually Chaos and Meteor Strike will kill the enemy, surely. Can't make block yet. Doesn't actually matter. Actually, it kind of does. I'm getting rid of both buffer charges. Maybe I just pass. Nope. I don't give a hoot about those buffer charges. It's actually really dangerous to skip a whole turn there. Like, I need to do damage whenever I can. And I don't really need buffer charges. Like, the only way we can die is the 20 times 15 hit. 300 damage, I believe. So, you know, buffer charge is not going to do a lot against that. I will take 260 instead of 300. Big whoop. I should equilibrium here, because I have Meteor Strike in my hand. Oh, I still got to play it, nice. Some pretty good looking turns here. There he is! Chaos is still in there, I need that. I think in hindsight, this is just one fight, of course, but the Amplify overall was disappointing, I think. Like, even with this deck, it was still not like a star here or anything. And now, in the most important fight of the run, it's just a Slimed that won't go away. Very sad. Slimed is a better card than Amplify for most of the turns of this fight. So I think the lesson here is don't pick Amplify almost ever. It's just bad. It's so hard to call a card bad in this game, like overall, just blanketly say it's bad. And it's definitely not the case that it's going to always be bad, but if you're somebody who thinks Amplify is good and you pick it a lot, you should reconsider, I think. Err on the side of not picking it. We did it. We did it. Had to finish with Meteor Strike, of course. And not a lot of relic data here, sadly. Pretty good numbers on Gambling Chip, of course. But the relic bar was pretty small and pretty not impressive for the most part. A few standouts like Chip, Inserter, and Souvenir, of course. But the rest of it pretty much didn't do anything. It was just our deck was so strong. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that insane deck. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day.